What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Welcome to F1 23. It's finally here after a long wait. But the reason why you're here is to see what's new in the F1 game for this year. And I am here to tell you, of course, we've got a 12-minute video, well, almost 13-minute video. And we can get to all the things on the main menu. We've got Breaking Point right at the top, Breaking Point 2.0, Career Mode, F1 World, Split Screen, League Racing, Store, Theatre, and Options. Most people will go on F1 World if you want to do normal races, well, but there's also Career Mode and Breaking Point. Let's get straight into one of two new tracks. We're going to do a 5-lap race here. It is Las Vegas, and what you can see here is very impressive. The developers have done a very good job making it actually look like Las Vegas. I mean, I've never been to Las Vegas, but it looks like Las Vegas. It says so. But we're here to see what it's like to go racing around Las Vegas then. Of course, no one's been there in real life for racing yet, and, well, we will only find out in November, so we've got a long time to wait until we see what it's like on this track. But, of course, we've got the massive Las Vegas Strip going down the back straight, and, well, we're starting from last place, and it's actually on a bend, but it's 5 red lights to the Las Vegas Grand Prix. My first ever laps, and we are underway. I put the high-vis racing line on just to see what it's like, but we get a very good start compared to Nick De Vries, Bottas on our outside, and this is my first ever lap, so cut me some slack. And yep, that's the first corner cut of the game, and it's the first ever corner I've ever taken on the game, so that's a very good start, isn't it? But this was very early in the morning, so I forgot to put the difficulty up at all, so this might be quite easy. But going into turn number 2, maybe 3, we're going to make a 3-car overtake and almost hit the back end of Alex Albon. But it is only lap 1 of 5, so we got a lot of space to go up, and it is, I think it was about 31% AI. But down the inside of Alex Albon, of course, this could be very easy. 31% AI is not good. We think about the move on Sargent, but we don't. This part of the track is a bit one way, but then we get onto the overtaking areas. This is a very daring overtake area. In real life it would be. On the game it gets very close with the AI. It's also a bit like bouncy there, uneven ground, and then you got the curb there, and now we go onto the big straight. But we might be able to overtake Hulkenberg as well as Gasly, who we've just overtaken. Here we go, it's getting very close, very close. Now we're going to look for the move on the inside instead. We are using a little bit of battery to get past, and we should get past the end because, oh my god, look how early they're braking. This is bad. Oh well. So now we're P10. So on lap 1, so that is 10 positions gained on 1 lap. Charles Leclerc, that's the fastest lap. This is a very high speed little last sector, I think. It's quite fun. I do like this track, and we're going sending it down the inside of 2 drivers, Hamilton and Alonso. Hamilton in P9. What are you doing? Ocon on P7 and Max Verstappen in P6. What is this race? Warning for a collision with Ocon, but it doesn't matter to me. Verstappen up next, P6 somehow. Verstappen shows you that there probably is an update. Stroll P5. What? Where was Alonso? This will obviously be updated, I think, for when the 16th, when the whole game does come out. We get the fastest lap. Stroll is in P5, DRS enabled, but it will probably bring will probably bring Mercedes down a bit. Ferrari will be down a bit, Aston Martin up a bit, and probably Alonso as a whole up a bit. But now we got DRS on Sainz. We just overtook Stroll, talking to Stroll. And we're going to go around the outside. We get the inside. Oh, he gets the inside line, but he doesn't go for it in the end. So we keep that position. Sergio Perez is up next in P3. Russell in P2. That is a Ferrari of Charles Leclerc in P1. We're going to sending it down the inside into a very tight chicane on Sergio Perez. This is a very fun track if you get it right. If you can't get it right, then this could be a very difficult track. DRS then on lap 3 of 5. We're going to send it down the inside on both of them as Carlos Sainz. Charles Leclerc gets held up by George Russell on the straight. And we are through. They will both, of course, have DRS on us now. And it will look like going down the main straight. Here we go. Going round the curve, the final corner. It's side by side with George Russell. We get the fastest lap and we just brake later. Of course, it's 31% AI. Who would have thought we brake later? But lap 4 then, George Russell might be coming back at us again with the DRS. He's the fastest AI. I've also been slowing down to make it a little bit more interesting than me just leaving. But, you know, Russell did get past us, but we just brake later again, of course. Fastest first sector, but red second sector. Just thought I'd let him back in to make this race a little bit more interesting. But looking around then, it does look very good in the night, Las Vegas. And, well, that was it. That's what it was designed to do. But, going on to the final lap, lap 5 of 5. Russell is coming at us, going down the main straight again. Well, main straight, back straight. And he has got past us again with DRS. And you can see how overpowered that is. He went from about 6 tenths behind us to a few tenths in front, but then of course he loses so much time when braking. And now we're on to the final straight again, so a little chicane before the final straight. There's the pit lane, which is quite far back, but you're not really going to get a pit lane there, are you? So, and then that's it. We've won the my first ever time round Las Vegas, albeit on very easy AI. But now it's time for our second new track. It's Qatar. Well, we had this race before, but it wasn't on the F1 game, so here we are on the F1 game, testing the new track in Qatar. Of course, it was on the calendar in 2021, I think it was. I think it was 2021, maybe 2020. But we get a very good start. We've overtaken Bottas. This is a lot higher AI. I think it's about 80, maybe 85, I think. We're side by side with Albon. We do get that position. We've made up quite a few places. There's 5 places at the start. It's a lot easier on the starts now, though, which is very good. But one thing I will say is these curbs are very deadly, especially for my controller. The vibrations were crazy. And halfway through the race, for controller players as well, you can change the settings. But we do go down the inside of 2 drivers, and this is what I'm talking about there. You won't be able to know it now because, of course, I'm not recording my controller. But it was vibrating so much. I put it down to about 30 force feedback vibrations, and it still vibrates so much. But getting on with the race now, we are in 13th place out of 20, lap 1 out of 5. This is 80% AI, and we are in a McLaren that is not the best car in the world. Is it? Let's be honest. Unfortunately, McLaren fans, we do not have the fastest car. But going around this track, it is very high speed. It's quite an interesting track, really. You've got high speed little bits where you have to just get off the throttle a little bit, and then you've got hard braking zones, as you can see, into the final corner. That is a very good overtaking spot, except for the inside does have sausage curbs. So you can't really use any entry curb. Well, apex really, but we've already lap 4. This is literally the only interesting part of the race. Well, it is only 5 laps, but Albon getting past us on lap 5. I was struggling through the high speed corners. Let's be honest. I'll be honest, but 7-second gap to the driver in front of us. So it's not very good look for me, but it is about 85% AI, which still isn't amazing, is it? But my first ever race around here, it wasn't amazing, but I did enjoy the race. It was quite fun when I wasn't struggling. But now, a very main feature of this F1 game is red flags. For the first time since 2014, I want to say, when they were removed there in the game again. This is what I was trying to do before. So, yeah, I thought this would be able to create a red flag, but I got disqualified. I restarted the session. Turns out all I had to do was not move from my grid spot. This was it. I caused a red flag because Guan Yu Zhou decided to stop and just hit me. And then, as you can see, this is a red flag. So for the first time ever since 2014, everyone, we've got red flag. And, well, you're about to see what happens when we get a red flag. So it kind of drives for you, and then it does this. Says red flag, session stopped. And, well, yeah, there you go. Session suspended, everyone. As in real life, you can make a pit stop, and it will be a standing start. Typical Ferrari strategy there. Let's put the hard tyres on right now, and as we start again, here we go. 5 red lights. We're underway, and it is a safety car. We lasted about 5 seconds there. Nothing even happened. No one retired. We still have 3 illegal overtakes. Nothing even happened. Let's see what happened. This is me checking what's happening, and seems perfectly normal. It's a slow starting Aston Martin of Alonso. That's the safety car there, everybody. Somehow, Alonso not getting away very quickly is a safety car. But now onto a subject I like to call Latifiing. We're going to test crashing, of course. Apparently the wheels are meant to come off the tether kind of thing. It is, but it doesn't seem to be working. That was a very big crash. But didn't seem to work for me at all. Apparently the wheels are meant to come completely off the car and off the tether, so I mean that didn't work here. As you can see, we do get, I think that might have been Lance Stroll, very big crash. And then this is a new feature as well. Look at the tyre there. We get a puncture, but it's not immediate, and the tyre wear does go up. So if you're a circuit like Monaco and you do clip a few barriers, the tyre wear will build up. So that is something to be careful of if you're on simulation damage. Just crashing into a wall here to see if anything happens. Absolutely nothing different, just the tyre coming off. And then restarted the session to see if I can get any more interesting crashes for you. But accidentally doing this, go down the inside, get spun round, and somehow causing a red flag. I mean, I would move, but it causes red flag, so like, why would I? And then, so of course, you just seen this. At a red flag, we get taken over by an AI. And then, at the end of the red flag, it's raining. And it's a safety car immediately. I don't know if this is a glitch, because it happened last time in Monaco, as you just saw. But it's a safety car immediately. This one makes more sense because it's to do with weather, but the last one didn't. So, I don't know if this is a glitch or not after red flags, but this is me trying to get more crashes, but it didn't work. Hamilton kind of just ghosted because it was under safety car. Well, here's one he didn't ghost, and not much really happens when you crash into people. Unless you have, like, an absolutely massive crash. Just ram into them at, like, 200 miles per hour. But, as you can see, I got about 3 cars there. But every time I go for Hamilton, the wheel does not come off the tether. Look, there it is. Oh, hello. But, I will upload videos every day until the 3 days, of early access is over. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Goodbye.